Welcome back to Me Percy Podcast. It's your host, Immanuel. I'm here with
your boy Jack, Johnny. Yes, sir. Back in this thing.
Alright, episode number 25.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get right into it. NBA preseason has started, and the big matchup that everybody was looking for, well, people are watching us from behind. That's crazy. Well, the big matchup that's happening right now is Wemby versus Chet. And both of them play good, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to overreact right now. You know, Kylon was telling me the other day, he's like, oh, sign that contract, but I'm not going to overreact right now. It's just preseason, you know. A lot of people play good in preseason. Mm-hmm. So I just want to see how he actually plays in the regular season, especially like he wasn't playing with Chet. Not Chet. He wasn't playing with Shea. Mm-hmm. It was just everybody else but Shea playing. But they played on Detroit, and Shea did play, you know. So, but
we lost to Detroit, but the Spurs game, I would say he showed a lot of flashes of his ability to create off the dribble. Mm-hmm. He's a good scorer, bro.
Especially good down transition, too.
Transition. He's faster than I thought he was. He moves pretty quick with the ball. He moves kind of like a guard. Mm-hmm. Wemby showed flashes of that, too. Wemby is a scorer, bro. I didn't know he could actually shoot that well, you know. He was coming off of picks shooting like he was a guard. It was kind of crazy to see, like, 7-footers actually, like, we ain't really seen this since, like, Kevin Durant, for real, you know. Mm-hmm. So, it was kind of exciting to see. I'm excited to see what Chet brings to the Thunder, like, this season, like, overall.
Yeah.
See how we do in the regular season. Yeah, preseason doesn't mean much, but I think they're just getting in shape. They're just getting ready for the season. I feel like we're going to be pretty good, bro. Like,
I feel like if Chet can bring, like, Drew some attention away from Shea, because when it gets to, like, the closing moments, everybody know the ball's going to go to Shea. But if we can trust someone else with the ball in those closing moments that's not named Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, that's where Chet can come in. It would be Chet, Josh Giddey, or J-Dub, whoever wants to step up. Mm-hmm. So that's...
J-Dub played really well against the Spurs, too. Really, we were losing the game for the most part of the game, and we came back in the moments that we needed to come back in, and it was pretty fun to watch. I'm excited for the season, bro. I can't wait to play. That matchup is going to be on ESPN for years to come, as long as both of them stay healthy, because we ain't never seen nothing like that. It's exciting to watch.
The Thunder and Spurs rivalry's back.
Yeah. I'm excited to watch it for sure.
Mm-hmm. So if you're watching since you was watching the Thunder game, what on the team do you think is missing to make that true playoff contender?
Honestly, bro, I don't think anything is missing. I think we just need to work on the little things, like moving the ball around. Really, just finding that second option beside, like you said, like draw some attention away from SGA. And when SGA wasn't playing against the Spurs in this preseason game, you kind of seen like some people, you know, show some flashes of that, like Chet, obviously, J-Dub, even like people coming off the bench. We got some good role players. I mean, I don't really think anything is missing. We got good pieces, bro. We just need to work with what we got and stay patient, and then it eventually all fall into place. The Thunder always starts off slow. The beginning of the season, we always start off, you know, and I feel like once we mold together like how we did at the end of the season, we were two completely different teams from the beginning and the end of the season last season, and you can really see it when you look at our record. I mean, we made the play-in, bro. That was not expected at the beginning of the season. So I feel like
they said we were only gonna win 20 games.
Yeah, bro, and we surpassed that majorly, and we made the play-in. And I feel like we would have won that play-in game if we had Chet or had a big down there to rebound. Or, I mean, you can't stop Rudy Gobert and Karl-Anthony Towns with, you know, Josh Giddey or, you know, J-Dub playing your big role. I mean, that's never going to work. So, I mean, now that we have some bigs down there and got some pieces, I feel like we can make a run for it, bro. I've been saying, I might be going out on a limb here, exaggerating, and maybe I'm just a delusional Thunder fan, but I said we're going to be like at least number 6 or 5 in the West, bro.
Hey, I was saying top 5, 4. 4 or 5.
I'm excited, bro.
I just want home court advantage. That's all we need.
People think I'm crazy when I say that, but it's like I might not be realistic when I say that, but I might be realistic when I say that at the same time. Like, it's definitely possible if we stay healthy and we do what we need to do, and the head coach comes through.
Yeah. So, see, I would say, like team looks good. I say the only thing missing is a system for the team, because it just seems like watching last season it was just give the ball to Shea, and then
let Shea cook. Yeah,
let Shea cook. You can't just let Shea cook. Shea's gonna cook regardless, but we gotta have a system for the rest of the guys.
Yeah,
the rest of the guys need to know what's their role on the team.
Shea he's ranked the number 8 player in the NBA right now, so he's gonna draw attention from every single team in the league now. Like, if he wasn't already, I mean, he's definitely going to be getting double. They're going to definitely have schemes for him. So we definitely need that 2, that 3 to draw some attention off of him. Like, they're going to be coming for Shea's neck now, and we're gonna have to have somebody step up.
And also, I would say, another thing I also hope Josh Giddey improves on his 3-point shooting.
Yeah.
First year's 29%. This past season was 34%. So hopefully he can rise better on the 3-point shooting, because sometimes when they double Shea, gotta look for someone,
Yeah.
And sometimes Josh Giddey's the one who's open, and he improved on 3-point shooting. Like, he's not afraid to take the shot like some Australian players.
So we're gonna get to him in a minute, but
Yeah. But I would say, and also, I'll say just to be comfortable. Like, we have a lot of players. There's 20 players on the roster right now, which they got to cut some players after preseason. Instead of cutting some players, maybe trade them away for maybe a Robert Williams, Jared Allen.
As much as I want that to happen, I doubt that it happens, bro. Like,
see, the Thunder, I feel like Sam Presti's too afraid just to, trade for someone.
Go out on them.
He'd rather just draft them.
I feel like Robert Williams or Jared Allen would be the perfect piece that we need. Like, have another big down there, a shot blocker, a rebounder, a defender.
And Trailblazers definitely looking to trade him away, because they don't need both DeAndre Ayton
and Robert Williams down there. Yeah, that's facts.
Robert Williams, he's not young, but he's 27, 28, I think.
Yeah.
So he's on the timeline, around close. He'd be the oldest person on the team.
Yeah, he definitely played his role in Boston. Like, he did. He played great, bro, when he was healthy. I mean, besides the time that he set out for his injuries and stuff like that. But Robert Williams would be a great piece, bro.
If I'm making a list, I'd probably say Robert Williams, then Jared Allen, then Miles Turner. Those are the 3 people who's probably on the trade market right now. Because teams are definitely. I'm surprised Miles Turner have not been traded yet from the Pacers. He's stuck there.
But they've been talking about trading him for a long time.
Since Paul George
was there, and he's still there. So he might be stuck, honestly. But I don't know. Hopefully he could go somewhere and change things around and win.
Because if they bring in the big, I love to see Chet at the 4 instead of the 5, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then with Chet the 4, and then let's just say Robert Williams.
Actually, I would, going back to your question about what are some things that the Thunder need to work on when it comes to winning to make that run in the playoff. I would say interior defense.
Yeah.
Chet, he's long and tall, but he's not an anchor. You can move him pretty easily.
Yeah.
And you've seen it in the preseason. Wemby barely ran into him, and he fell down on the ground. I mean, when you play against the good bigs, when you play against Joel, when you play against Anthony Davis, when you play against those type of bigs, you're gonna get moved around, and I feel like Chet is not going. It's gonna be a rude awakening for him. That's probably my only weakness that I would say that we need to improve on as a team. I'm not even saying it just Chet, but it's everyone.
Yeah. When I say I want big on the team, I'm not disrespecting Chet, saying he's not a big. I'm just saying I just want interior defender. I'm just really want Steven Adams back.
Yeah.
That's what I basically want.
Someone that's not gonna move, that's going to stand their ground and make the layup or the jump hook difficult to make, or send them to the line, make them earn the 2 points. Yeah.
I'm talking Steven Adams, the Clint Capellas, the Robert Williams, Jared Allen, all of those. See, and then we have Chet the 4, and then the fun part is I'll say Lou Dort moved down to the bench, and no disrespect, you can come off the bench, but then we have the 2 and 3. The thing is, J-Dub and Josh Giddey, they can play 1 through 3, and J-Dub can play 2 to 4. So you can just switch them around. So you can either have J-Dub as a shooting guard or Josh Giddey as a small forward, Josh Giddey as a shooting guard, or J-Dub.
That's what I would honestly. I think that's what I would do if we was to get a piece like that. It would definitely probably be Shea, Josh Giddey, J-Dub, Chet, and then the piece that we add.
Because like in the past, like before we drafted J-Dub, I feel like J-Dub was that missing wing piece.
Yeah.
Because they always said like, oh, we always need a wing on the Thunder, and we didn't really have that. Like people say Giddey, but Giddey's more like, you know, he can play both the wing.
He's
and the
a guard. He's
but
like he wants the ball in his hand. Yeah.
But I like J-Dub at the wing, so especially with he has like a 7'2" wingspan,
and he's 6'8", bro. He can move. J-Dub, I would say, is probably definitely one of our most physical guys on the team. So that's why J-Dub grew on me. I did not used to like J-Dub. I'm not gonna lie to you. As a player, the beginning of the season last season, bro, you could tell that he was just out there having fun. He did not think about anything that he was doing. His IQ was not.
He had like the most dunks in the NBA.
Yeah, he was just out there having fun. But J-Dub has definitely grown me as a player, bro. I got to give my respect to J-Dub for sure.
See, that's how I felt about Giddey when we first drafted Giddey.
Yeah.
When I first saw Giddey, I'm like, I saw the weaknesses. I'm like, those are a lot of weaknesses.
Yeah.
Never heard of the kid before. I'm like, Australia. Remind me of another guard from Australia.
Yeah.
I'm like, but then I just saw his TikToks. The TikToks grew on me, and then when he started playing good, had that youngest triple-double.
He's smooth, bro. Josh Giddey is really smooth as a player, and I really like it, and it fits us well. And yeah, we'll be all right.
And it seemed like it works between him and Shea, you know. So it's just pulling the pieces together and see how we do during this whole entire season. But I'm just saying, let's trade Poku. It's time for Poku to go.
Trade Poku? I would say bring Poku off the bench. I don't even think me personally, bro, you know the first person I think is going to be gone when it comes to the trade deadline.
Jeremiah Robinson there.
Him too, but I don't think we can keep Lou Dort, unfortunately. As much as I like Lou Dort,
yeah,
I don't think we can keep Lou Dort. He's a good player for us, bro. I really do like him. It's just like
we can definitely get a lot for Lou Dort.
You can get something out of Lou Dort, yeah.
Because a lot of teams will love a Lou Dort on.
Like you're not gonna get anything out of JRE, or you're not gonna get anything out of those other players that we have. No disrespect to them, but
man, we really got 20 people on the roster.
Yeah, 20 people on the roster. It's definitely gonna have to be some cuts, bro. Either some people get sit down to G League, trade something,
Besides Chet and Victor, what rookies so far in the preseason have impressed you so far?
I don't know, bro. I always say Imani, but that's normal. He played all right. I'm trying to think, rookie wise. I didn't really see Scoot play like that. Really, it was like the second year guys that was really just like hooping for me. Like Paulo, he was hooping.
Even James Wiseman was hooping.
James Wiseman was
he went
hooping
8 for 8.
Yeah. How did the Thompson twins do with Detroit? Like, I mean, I watched a little bit of it, but I didn't like.
Asher had 8 points, shooting 2 for 10, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, 1 steal.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I didn't.
See, I don't know how the Thompson twins are going to do. Not saying like their talent, but like the way their team set them up, like
how they're coming from what OTE and then trying to transition into the NBA,
and then like what it's sure like a small forward now, so I don't know how that's gonna work with him, K, Jaden Ivey. There's only one ball.
Yeah,
and then
it's gonna be difficult for sure.
And then well, I'll say Houston wise, like they really didn't really care about a man when they signed Fred VanVleet. Like you drafted a man to be your point guard. That's why you're trying to get rid of KPJ especially after all that the legal issues. I don't know what's up with KPJ and the.
I feel like they spent the bag on VanVleet for nothing. Like that was a lot of money, bro. Like it could have been avoided, or you could have went to go get a better, somebody that's worth what they paid. I'm not saying that might sound bad coming out of my mouth, but I don't think Fred VanVleet is. I think Fred VanVleet got his name just because of the role that he played when Kawhi was there. Kawhi definitely makes people better, and I don't think Van Vliet is. He's a great player, but I don't think he's worth that much. But
yes, it was a lot of money too, especially like if it was like a contending team. I understand, but it's the Houston Rockets.
It's the Houston Rockets. You don't.
And then you also draft a point unless you want him to come off the bench. The rookie, or if Evan Lee come off the bench, but you're not paying someone all that money to come off the bench or play a mentorship role to the player. So, but
then signing Dylan Brooks was even crazier. Like, I don't know. It was just the Rockets are doing random right now. Hopefully, Emime Udoka can work that situation out because I don't know what's going on down there, bro.
It's just the AAU team down there.
There's a bunch of hoopers.
You saw Dylan Brooks already got ejected after one preseason game.
Dylan the villain, bro. That's what he called himself, bro. I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat, Dylan.
But the Hornets waive first round draft pick of 2021, Kai Jones. We all know who's going to happen.
Who knows what's going on in bro's, head right now.
He's probably on something. The way he sweats.
He do be sweating a lot for no absolute reason at all. Bro, Kai Jones is a great player. I was actually watching some of his
You saw that dunk on
highlights. Some of his highlights. I'm like, whoa, like, bro is very athletic and he's a great player, bro. But who knows what he's on right now? He might be high on life. He just need to get something figured out. He might. Somebody need to check on him for real. Like
maybe he just want to leave the Charlotte Hornets.
Maybe
Hey, what's wrong with the Charlotte Hornets organization as a whole?
That's another. You know what I think of the Charlotte Hornets? They're similar to the Houston Rockets because they're just another AAU team that just got a bunch of hoopers that just want to hoop. They don't really care about winning. They're getting paid to hoop. Like.
And they always, like, in the offseason, they always bring the most attention because their players bring the most attention with legal issues or stuff you see on Instagram. Or something like that. Yeah. Like, what? The one with Jalen Green and his former teammate Josh Christopher.
Yeah.
And then you got LaMelo out here not able to drive. You saw him driving out of the stadium?
Yeah, with that Lambo. Yeah, I did see that.
What? There's a warrant for Miles Bridges.
He turned himself in today, or not today either. It was either today or yesterday, but
but I don't know. Those two franchises are like, there's like no leadership, and
there's no telling what's going through Michael Jordan's head right now as the. That's
what I also say for the Thunder. We also need these two franchises don't have like veterans. We need a vet on the Thunder, which might be Victor Oladipo.
Definitely,
So that's probably why they're probably still keeping him on the round team. So.
I thought he'd been gone by now, but
But so, what should we think about the Clippers this year? Should we think of them being a top 4 team in the playoffs, or should we think about them if it doesn't go wrong? If it doesn't go well, you can see the whole entire team getting traded during the trade.
During the deadline?
Yeah.
Or after the season?
During the deadline, like if it goes bad early in the season.
Oh wow, I wouldn't. Me personally, I wouldn't expect for something like that to happen during the trade deadline, especially with all the stars that they have on their team. But if you want to be honest, I don't have any expectations for any West team right now, especially the ones with the stars on their team. I feel like the teams that are getting overlooked right now are the teams to worry about. Like the Suns, I feel like they still won't. They're going to be contenders. Don't get me wrong. They're definitely going to be a top team in the West. But when it comes down to playoff time, I feel like the young teams, the ones without the the big stars or the big names, I feel like those young teams are definitely going to get at the older teams next. Like I feel like the Clippers, I don't know what to expect from them simply because I haven't seen them play all together since they've been there.
Because was in the playoffs, it was just Russell Westbrook trying to carry
Russell Westbrook carrying a team, and you're never gonna win like that. And
hey, they almost did a couple games.
They definitely almost pulled something out of that, and that's another reason that they kept Russell Westbrook, because if he didn't ball like that, they definitely would have traded him. I feel like Russ don't get his respect from any organization that he's with, and the Clippers still don't give him respect, even though they re-signed him. They had no choice but to re-sign him, bro.
Yeah, he would have left.
Yeah.
I wish he would have went to the Thunder.
Yeah.
I would love him back in OKC, but
I don't expect anything from the Clippers, bro. I feel like they're going to be a top team in the West, maybe top 6, top 7. And, you know, they're going to make the playoffs, but after that, I don't know what happens. Same with the Suns, you know.
See, I don't like the Suns, you know. I just don't like the bench.
They don't have a bench. They
and you saw with when they play against the Clippers, who had a bench and didn't have Paul George or Kawhi playing the whole entire series.
And the Clippers were still, you know.
And it was still a close game with just Russ, who was supposed to be washed.
Yeah.
Going against, Devin Booker, Chris Paul.
And at the end of the day, I feel like it all comes down to heart and passion for the game. I feel like nobody on the Suns has that what I want to say, that drive, that mentality to win. Like, I feel like Devin Booker, he knows he's a star, and that's what he's settling for. I feel like he doesn't really want it as bad as everybody else. I mean, KD already has a ring. KD came late. I mean, he might bring that energy now, but other than that, Bradley Beal doesn't know how to win. You know, those two players right there don't know how to win simply because they haven't been in that position to win, because they've been with those trash franchises for their whole career.
Yeah.
And maybe KD can try to change that around, but I don't know. I've never really been a fan of Devin Booker. I'm not even gonna lie. He's a great player, though.
You know, Devin Booker is the only person in that whole entire organization
that has stayed, that has been there
since the finals. When they went to the finals, they got new ownership, new coaches, which still doesn't make sense why they fired Monty Williams. That's the dumbest decision.
Yeah,
I don't know what's up with the two teams, and since the last 4 years, the teams who've been to the finals all fired their coaches, besides Miami and Golden State. So. But the NBA rank, this is the best time of the year when ESPN tried to rank 100 players. When I say try, they tried to.
It's not accurate at all.
So I can just when we just go off the whole entire list, or just do top 25 or something like that.
Just do, just start from the 25 spot. You don't gotta.
Let me just find top 25.
But I did see that Ja was ranked number 30.
Yeah.
30, I think 36 maybe. The rankings were crazy, bro.
Rankings are always crazy.
I don't care for what the players have going off the court.
Yeah, Kyrie at 34.
But don't disrespect their name when it comes to rankings, bro. How do you have Ja Morant at 30 something?
You think Trae Young's better than Kyrie Irving?
No, bro. What kind of question is that?
Trae Young's at 29 right now.
I feel like they're just basing this off of, I don't know, bro.
Sometimes it's politics too.
Yeah, definitely.
They have Drew Holiday above Kyrie. So 25 is Pascal Siakam.
Okay.
24 Kawhi Leonard.
That doesn't make. How do you go from Pascal to Siakam to Kawhi Leonard? But I mean,
23 is De'Aaron Fox. 22 is Domantas Sabonis.
He should be 30. Why is he ranked higher than John Morant?
21 is Tyrese Haliburton.
No disrespect to these players, but why are they ranked higher than John Morant, Kyrie Irving, and all these? No disrespect, but come on, bro.
Hey, your favorite guy, Mr.
No, he should be 100.
Charmin Soft, Karl Anthony Towns.
I hate Karl Anthony Towns. He should be 100.
Mr. Can't use his left hand. 19, Jaylen Brown.
These rankings are wild, bro.
18, Paul George. 17, Jamal Murray. 16, Bam Adebayo. 15, Donovan Mitchell. 14, Damian Lillard. 13, Anthony Edwards. 12, Jimmy Butler.
What is the criteria? What is this based off of, bro?
I don't know. And they say they're ESPN NBA experts, but there's no experts in the NBA. You got people like Kendrick Perkins on there right now. And 11,
at this point, ESPN hired me to become an expert so I could get y'all's rankings right, because this is horrible, bro.
I don't even know if I want to work for ESPN. If you're not talking about Taylor Swift, you're fired.
Yeah. Taylor Swift she gets more posts than LeBron on House of Highlights.
Yep. 10, Anthony Davis. 9, LeBron. 8, SGA.
He should be number 4.
7, Kevin Durant. 6th Jason Tatum.
Because if you're going off of last season, I don't think they're going off of last season because
Like,
if that's the case, you still got to put Ja in there from when he was playing last season, bro. He didn't miss the whole season, so you know.
and he played great in the playoffs too.
Yeah.
5 Steph Curry, 4 Luka Doncic, 3 Joel Embiid, 2 Nikola Jokic, and 1 Giannis. I'm surprised Jokic is not number 1.
How is Giannis number 1 in
Giannis lost to the Heat, and then Jokic swept the Heat in the finals. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't add up.
it
I don't like these rankings at all.
I don't know. ESPN just don't do. They always mess up the rankings somehow, and then
You got one job, bro. One.
I don't know why they're obsessing with the Lakers having LeBron and AD
Back to back is crazy.
top 10 and KD. I'll say like
AD missed half of the season because he was, you know. How are you ranking him top 10? How was Ja Morant 30-something? Mm-hmm. You cannot name 30 players better than Ja Morant, bro. Like, I don't even think you can name 10 players better than Ja Morant at this point, bro. Like, that is wild.
But into the next topic, the WNBA Finals is looking to end on Sunday, where the Las Vegas Aces are up 2-0. Mm-hmm. Do you think the New York Liberty have a chance to come back?
Sabrina gonna have to ball out, bro.
Mm-hmm.
She's just gonna have to carry the team at this point, because the Aces are just too overpowered, bro. Asia Wilson is literally like she's like the GOAT of WNBA right now. Like,
yeah,
she's going crazy, bro.
They got Candace Parker.
Yeah,
They
got a super team in the WNBA.
Candace Parker, Defensive Player of the Year. I can't name Kelsey Plum.
That is crazy. Like, how do you have all those people on one team? And honestly, bro, the Liberty is probably going to get swept. Unfortunately, as much as I like the Liberty, but it's not.
Bro, I was heartbroken when I found out Kelsey Plum was married to Darren Waller. I hate Darren Waller because he was on the Raiders. I'm like,
Darren Waller, the tight end?
Yes.
That's wild.
I was heartbroken. I almost fell to my knees. Bro, but Aces and Liberty. You saw that the WNBA was adding 2 new teams, one in
Golden State
and one in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still thinking about expansion. So what teams else do you think the WNBA is going to be expanded to? I think Philadelphia. Philadelphia will definitely love a WNBA team.
Definitely.
You think the city of Oklahoma City can welcome the WNBA team? They did used to have a team in Tulsa.
We did, until they moved down to Dallas. Mm-hmm. But the city of Oklahoma City, can we realistically accommodate a WNBA team? We barely have the Thunder as it is.
Yeah.
So,
see, I feel like the NBA team is probably not on the agenda right now for
definitely
in Oklahoma.
If anything, it's remodeling the stadium and
building the city up too,
yeah.
Adding more hotels there too. So we just got. I feel like I'll consider maybe thinking about having a WNBA team once Oklahoma City actually grows and has maybe. I'm not saying that All-Star game is going to be there, but the All-Star game. Because if teams like Indiana, Utah, Cleveland
can host an All-Star game, I feel like we can, but
we just don't have a big enough city for it yet. Mm-hmm. And I say after that, they're gonna start considering okay, can we have an NFL team here in Oklahoma City or Tulsa, especially with OSU and Oklahoma, how big it is, but. But I feel like having an NFL stadium, and then potentially having bowl games in the state of Oklahoma can actually
that would be cool.
Benefit both. And then maybe if they have their own stadium, maybe they can what if OSU and OU bring back the rivalry and have play at the stadium and have a neutral place in Oklahoma City. So, but that I feel like they're dumb. I feel like talking about sports wise for Oklahoma City, the tier list goes from All-Star game, NFL,
bowl games, and then
WNBA. Because especially we gotta see how WNBA grows,
yeah.
Because they only show games on WNBA ESPN.
You really only see WNBA when it is playoff time, and I feel like that's unfair. And that's another reason I'm kind of skeptical about expanding a WNBA team to Oklahoma, because like us,
are people going to go to the games?
yeah, like us as fans, are we actually going to support the WNBA? I mean, like, I know we had one in Tulsa, people were barely attending that, you know what I'm saying? That's part of the reason that they moved down to Dallas, like.
And like, if you're not Las Vegas or New York, people barely go to the games. Like, even like Los Angeles, sometimes see some empty seats in Los Angeles.
I was watching like the Chicago Sky game not too long ago, and it was like nobody there. It was like, yeah, nah.
It's just all about them, how they promote and how the players act too, because sometimes they be saying some things that rub people off the wrong way
and make you not want to watch.
Yeah,
like men don't tune into WNBA games, which is actually false. More men watch WNBA than women do. And they have like some cool rules, like the whole entire Commissioner Cup thing. They have like the small in-season tournament they have. I don't really like their playoff setup because it's just like the top 8 teams is
top
crazy.
8 teams, no conferences. Like, I like the conference concept. So, but that's the NBA used the WNBA to try out some things they want to see, but sometimes it's not the best things. Like the WNBA was the first teams that had logos on their jerseys. Where I don't know why they have to have the logos that big, not like how the NBA has it on the stuff like that, but it's just the way to promote it. They only on ESPN, so like if you're not a big team, not everybody's gonna get the love on ESPN. Yeah. And they don't even put on ESPN. They put on ESPN 2, 3, like something like that. Not even on ABC. In my opinion, I haven't saw anything on ABC for the NBA. So if they can like try to talk to other networks, get a new TV deal working out.
Whatever network or whatever they did for the women's national championship with LSU and Iowa, that's what they need to do for the WNBA, because, you know.
Yeah, but since we were talking about college basketball, so let me pull up this report. Kansas basketball. You know, Mike Boyne had something to say about this too. So, Bill Self and Kansas avoid serious penalties for infraction case. And the independent resolution panel gave Jayhawks a 3-year probation. No playoff ban.
So they can still make the tournament.
But Oklahoma State, let me just say this. The coach was an assistant coach. None of the players were on the team. Especially...
We got a whole new team after that situation.
Mike Boyden wasn't even the coach there.
Yeah, we had a brand new... Basically a brand new... basketball franchise, bro. Like,
they had to cut players. I remember at one point
they was going into the Cove and recruiting people. That's how bad it was. We had no players on our team, and we still get the tournament ban. But they just get a 3-year probation. They can still make the tournament. That's wild.
It's just because it's Bill Self.
Because it's KU, one of those blue blood schools, you know.
Yeah, but I just don't understand it. Because when the coach did it, he only did it for 1 season, and then he was at a different school doing it for like 6 seasons. That school only got fined. No postseason. That was NC State. I think that's around the time when they had Dennis Smith Jr. on the team. So.
They didn't want to see Cade Cunningham shine in the tournament, bro. They didn't want.
And then that hurt us so much in recruiting wise and transfer wise, because some players are like, "What's the point of playing if we're not?
If we can't go compete for the national champ, like that's a big deal, bro.
Like they didn't let us in the NIT, at least in the NIT or something.
Yeah,
not even the Big 12 championship tournament.
And no player looks forward to that. Coming to hoop, and you're not even going to go win anything. You're just going to go hoop, like. You want something to chase after, like a national championship, and I feel like Oklahoma State basketball, we could have really did something. We could have made it at least to the Sweet 16 with when Cade was here, you know.
Oh, that wasn't the year we got banned.
No, I'm saying like yeah, but like nobody wants to just come and hoop for fun.
Yeah,
that's not cool.
And then this is what Mike Boyne said. He said, "I stand by every single word I've said in the past. That's all. Going back on the D&D, I got practice. Let's work." So, and also I think OSU Athletics said something about that. What? Let me see. I pulled the tweet real quick. They said something a lot more. There was really the C-apping on it, but OSU Athletics. Yeah, I can't find it. But yeah. But speaking about OSU, how do you think this season's gonna go? We got a lot of big recruits, some transfers. The league whole try a different team with this Bryce Thompson going into his final season here, I think. So, you think Bryce Thompson's gonna finally take that big leap that we're all hoping he will?
If you're gonna be honest, I don't think so. I don't have any expectations for Bryce.
I'm surprised he stayed too. I thought he was going to transfer too. Like even Avery Anderson, that hurt when I saw Avery Anderson.
Avery hurt bad. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Avery definitely hurt it. Yeah.
I didn't know he had an extra year, so I'm like, oh, he's probably going to try for the draft. But he had an extra year. He went to TCU. That hurt.
How do you think he's going to do at TCU though?
I don't know.
Well, do you think he would do better than Rondell did?
Yeah. He's definitely going. He brings some more to the table than Rondell, especially defensively. Like Avery Anderson, really like after like every Anderson after January, he always just brings more to the table. You know, he hits the big shots. He plays defense. He guards the best players too. So he's just all over the court. Like if he can play 48 minutes, he would play 48 minutes if he wanted to. So he just brings that energy, kind of like how Isaac Likely did too. But I don't know. Every single time OSU player transfer, they're always just riding the bench.
Yeah.
Like Isaac Likely was just on Ohio State, just riding the bench the whole entire time. But you think OSU's gonna have a chance to make the March Madness this year? NIT?
I don't know. I don't really know. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have not been keeping up with Oklahoma State men's basketball. I know we have some good pieces coming in, but
especially like
is Mike Boynton gonna be able to? We done said this before, bro. And this is no disrespect to Mike Boynton or anything that Oklahoma State got going on, but Mike Boynton is a great. When I say great recruiter, great recruiting coach.
My dad say, Mike Gundy might need to talk to Mike Boynton the way he recruits.
Mike Gundy needs to get on Mike Boynton's recruiting wave. Mike Boynton can recruit his butt off, but when it comes to coaching and putting those pieces that he's done recruited, can he do it? Put them together? Either he needs to get a really good assistant coach, so some stuff can change. But other than that, I don't really know how Oklahoma State's going to do. I don't even know. I feel like we can make the tournament, definitely.
I feel like Mike Boynton does more with the campus to try to bring people, go on campus, try to recruit the team. Like, hey, come over to OSU basketball, go watch the games and stuff like that. You know,
and he's great at bringing crowds too, bro. That's
he brings that energy.
He brings energy. That's why I really do. I really, really, really do like Mike Boynton as a coach. It's just
he's like players coach.
Yeah, he's a people's person for sure.
So Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay. You think he finally found his home in Tampa?
We'll see. Doubt it, but
hey, I don't. No, I'm not really a huge Baker Mayfield fan, but I hope he does found his team. You know, the way Cleveland did to him was pretty dirty. You know, they choose a massage therapist, a little touchy in the, a little touchy. So they choose him, 3 first-round picks, and a guaranteed contract over Baker Mayfield. So
guaranteed is wild.
Yeah. Guaranteed to,
and they're still not
guaranteed to get a restraining order.
And they're still not making any strides to be,
And he's injured right now too.
Yeah.
And then what? I'm gonna skip on that. So we saw Sunday Night Football. 26 million people saw the dismantle of the Cowboys offense. We already saw they had issues in the red zone, but what's wrong with the Cowboys offense? Was them firing their offensive coordinator during the offseason was the issue? Now Mike McCarthy's calling all the plays now?
You want me to be completely honest? Get rid of Dak.
Get rid of Dak? You think it's just that time?
It's that simple, bro.
I think it's time for him to go.
It's time.
It's time. And then people think Dak is like a top 10.
Because I don't think Mike McCarthy... You want to know why I don't think Mike McCarthy is the problem? I don't think Mike McCarthy is the problem because he had success in Green Bay. So I don't think he's the problem. He knows what he's doing. I think Dak just folds under pressure every single time he plays the 49ers, bro.
I feel he definitely gets in his head. Like, when I saw C.J. Stroud broke Dak record for having most touchdowns without an interception, I'm like, Dak has that record as a rookie? And now he's just a turnover machine.
And as a rookie, bro, we thought Dak and Ezekiel Elliott, we thought they were going to be like, we ain't never. Me personally, I'm only 20 years old, so maybe I can't really say that, but I ain't never seen no quarterback and running back duo do nothing like that.
Especially in the rookie year.
I mean, not both players can win Offensive Rookie of the Year, but they would definitely both got close to it. And now Dak is, like you said, it's a turnover machine now. At this point, you might as well just go get Jameis Winston. They're the same player,
Especially now since they're losing their O-line. O-line was getting older now. This is not the same O-line it was in 2016.
Yeah.
So, but you think Trey Lance should be the one running the show now?
I wouldn't even say that. I would not say that. That never came out of my mouth. I don't know, because I ain't never Trey Lance. He got traded for a reason. Maybe Brock Purdy's really like that, or Trey Lance is just really dog water, So I wouldn't even say start Trey Lance either. I just say get rid of Dak, and change is not always bad. Dak is not doing the job, so I mean you got to find somebody else to do it, and I think that's what the Dallas Cowboys need to do. I don't think Mike McCarthy's the problem, because their defense is pretty solid, but
Yeah. I'll say this. I'll just say it's just their defense, they got to play more towards the defense, Don't take too much risky throws,
Yeah. I feel like
the fact that the defense has to be, they would just go 1, 2, 3 out, and defense already back on the field.
Back on the field. You're putting the defense in bad positions every single time, bro. You cannot make simple, dumb throws and dumb mistakes against a good 49ers team, bro. Not only are they good on the defensive side of the ball, but they're good on the offensive side of the ball, bro. They're pretty disciplined and sound when it comes to football, bro. And the Dallas Cowboys made too many mistakes against them early on, and the 49ers capitalized and, like you said, definitely destroyed them on national television to where everybody can see. And the Dallas now that people are thinking like the Dallas Cowboys are a fluke, that was the first 3 weeks was not it. That's not the real Dallas Cowboys, and the real Dallas Cowboys are the ones that got destroyed by the 49ers. And that might not even all be true, but that's what it looked like to everybody.
Yeah.
Because that was wild. But.
Yeah. But in the NFC, there's 2 undefeated teams right now. Who's the team to beat? The undefeated Philadelphia Eagles or the undefeated San Francisco 49ers?
Who's to beat? Who's to beat? Who's the team to beat? The team to beat is the Eagles, but the better team is the 49ers.
See, I feel like if the 49ers can stay healthy, they're going to the Super Bowl. They're going to the Super Bowl.
Definitely.
The Eagles show some troubles against some teams like the Commanders, for example. So it's just if your teams can stay healthy, they both have good defenses, good offenses. It's just I say Eagles have the better quarterback, but 49ers got better.
Got pieces. They got dogs, bro.
And the rich just keep on getting richer. They got what? Randy Gregory from the Broncos, and
that was crazy. That was a crazy pickup. That just like last week, it was random, but it's a great fit for a pass rush. That they're already great pass rush. Like you're just adding to the adding fuel to the fire. I mean, yeah.
But hey, both teams. This is gonna be a fun playoffs with both teams playing each other.
Definitely.
We're gonna see the Cowboys lose to the Niners for the 4th time.
Kylon kept saying we'll see y'all again in the playoffs. But if you look at the Dallas Cowboys,
they're 3-2 right now.
The rest of their schedule though, they still have to
play the Eagles twice.
Play the Eagles, the Bills. I think don't they? No.
Yeah, I think they do.
They do play the Bills. I think it's Eagles, Bills, Jets, and it's another team that they might have trouble getting past, bro. So I mean, the NFC, the conference is looking a little crazy, and the Dallas Cowboys might not make it back to go see the 49ers again for some revenge, bro. So, I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. The Niners definitely got my vote to make it to the Super Bowl, bro, just because of how I seen that they played. If they play like that for the rest of the season, yeah, teams are definitely going to have to watch out for them for sure.
Yeah. But trade deadline, October 31st. That's the trade deadline. You know, this is... It hurts me to speak on this. Put the camera on me. Hurts to speak on this, you know. Been a Denver Broncos fan since 2010. You know, been through all the years, you know. Great first 10 years of being a Broncos fan, you know. I thought the Broncos, best team of all time, you know. But the past 8 years...
The past few games, bro.
Past 8 years, it's just... And we're always losing to the same team. Like, I didn't really hate the Chiefs. Like, they always annoy me. The Chiefs fans annoys me. But I didn't really hate the Chiefs until Taylor Swift started being around with the Chiefs. I'm like, I was talking to my brother. He's like, I never hated the Chiefs now, but now with Taylor Swift, I hate them with a passion. Like, when I was watching... I hate when we play the Chiefs because they always got to make it a primetime game saying it's a rivalry, but no. Like what Joel said, it's not a rivalry. They kick our butt all the time, you know. It's not a rivalry. Like, I'm probably going to put that Joel meme up right now on the clip, but it's really not a rivalry. We lose to Patrick Mahomes, Alex Smith, like whoever the quarterback was when we first lost to them. I remember my first time watching Patrick Mahomes versus the Broncos. It was a Monday Night Football game. Von Miller goes for the sack. Patrick Mahomes, switch hands, throws the ball to Tyreek Hill for a touchdown. And I'm like, who is this kid? Now I was talking like, yo, this kid's not really that good. And then, hey, now he's one of the greats.
To Steph Curry of the NFL.
Steph Curry of the NFL, we're really just not even the Thunder. We're the Kings. We're the Kings we're the Kings watching the Warriors destroyed us every year after year after year after year. It's really getting annoying. Like, I was going on the whole entire rant. You know how I be on my rants. I be screaming top of my lungs. Like, we brought Patrick Mahomes, Steph Curry, who we want to call him, 16 points, and we still lost 8-16. We didn't score until the fourth quarter. And the only reason why we scored because Cortland Sutton wanted to go to a different team. That's why. He got a touchdown because he's like, oh, I'm going to get traded, so I'm going to get traded to a good team. And it's just... the organization, George Patton, he needs to be fired. He overpays some of these players. Randy Gregory, for example. Kyle Fuller, I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think. Kyle Fuller. No. What? Oh, yeah, Kyle Fuller, too. Big contract when he came there. AJ Boye, for example. I'm naming all these players because I remember we signed
AJ Boye was a random sign, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I haven't heard AJ Boye's name since Jacksonville, bro.
What, Melvin Gordon, too. Like, I don't know what's up with the Broncos when they try to sign division rival players like Frank Clark. Every single time a Broncos sign someone for division rival, they always play bad. I don't trust. The reason why the Chargers gave up on Melvin Gordon is there's a reason why. We chose Melvin Gordon over Philip Lindsay. And that's why, and then eventually we drafted Javonte Williams, but he hasn't been healthy enough. And the draft pick of Jerry Jeudy, I wanted Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb so bad during that draft, but the Raiders took Henry Ruggs. So the Broncos thought, oh, let's take the best available option, which, you know. Was
Jerry Jeudy really that best available option at the time?
See, I wanted Jerry Jeudy more because, you know, he's a better slot receiver than I'm not Jerry Jeudy. Justin Jefferson more because he's a better slot receiver than Jerry Jeudy. So that's the only reason why I wanted Justin Jefferson.
But I feel like we can't really even say that simply because we haven't seen the best Jerry Jeudy. Y'all haven't had anybody to get him the ball since he's got drafted, bro. Even Russell Wilson's not doing the job. Like,
yeah, but like if Cortland Sutton can get the ball and have 1,000 season, have an All-Pro season, Pro Bowl season, but Jerry Jeudy can't.
That makes sense.
Like, I get sick and tired when people say Jerry Jeudy's our receiver number one, but it's really Cortland Sutton and anybody else on the Broncos because Jerry Jeudy, it's like he always pulls up with videos having him working out, but he doesn't, when it comes to the NFL season, it doesn't translate. He drops the ball too much. You know, he runs good route. He's a good route runner. But he just drops the ball too much. And then when he's always on Twitter saying something, he said something to Philip Lindsay and Robert Smith, talking about, oh, how's the game from home right now, talking about how they're not in the league anymore. And then what he said to Steve Smith, saying, you know, F you ninjas, like something like that. So, and then Steve Smith light him up on national TV. You saw that?
I didn't even.
He said that Jerry Jeudy is really a wide receiver 3, a tier 3 wide receiver that the Broncos drafted with a first round pick. And like when Steve Smith says something,
he's not lying. I mean,
when Steve Smith says something about a receiver, he means it. He knows what he's talking about receivers wise. Especially what he called Cortland Sutton during his rookie year, saying Cortland Sutton was the best receiver from this class. And like
he put up 1,000.
But 1,000, like, bro.
Steve Smith definitely knows what he's talking about. That's why I was kind of excited when he was talking good about Zay Flowers. But Zay man, let me not even finish your rant, bro.
Yeah, but it's just I just get sick and tired of this year after year after year. Like, I can't be excited anymore. Like, I can't be excited. Like, it's actually mentally draining to watch the Broncos game. Like, I don't know why I do this to myself year after year.
I don't remember where I see this thing, bro, but it was like some sports fan like actually had a heart attack because of his team. I don't remember what team.
Bro, they're gonna give me a heart attack, like, or like, bro, like what Ray say on the pregame show, slip my wrist or something like that. They got me doing that. I'm like, when I watch the Broncos game, I just instantly start putting on that Juice WRLD right there. I just be depressed, bro. Like, and the fact, like, the worst part of being a Broncos fan, everybody that you know has to remind you you're a Broncos fan. They always want to check. They want to text you like, "How about them Broncos?" When I was in middle school, I used to say, "How about them Broncos?" all the time. When we went to the AFC Championship game and then eventually won the Super Bowl. But ever since then, everybody always gotta say, "Well, how about them Broncos?
How about them Cowboys? How about them Broncos, bro?" Because
I really feel for Cowboys fans too, because like
y'all are in a similar situation,
but
bro.
the thing is, the Cowboys actually make the playoffs. I just want to touch the playoffs. I just want to feel it. Like, oh man, I just hate this team so much. It's just like, I don't know what's worse, watching Oklahoma State or watching the Broncos. It's like
definitely the Broncos, bro. Oklahoma State will pull you a win now every now and then, but once you watch the Broncos, you just have no expectations for them but to lose, bro.
Like what? Paxton Lynch, Brock Osweiler, Drew Lock, Joe Flacco, like I can name all these quarterbacks that just like it's like someone shooting a bullet through my head. Like,
but I feel like once y'all got Peyton Manning, y'all got too comfortable, bro. Like you were like, oh, Peyton Manning? Y'all had
the Broncos.
Y'all knew y'all were going to the Super Bowl, bro. But I feel like after that, y'all was just like, we won the Super Bowl. We're gonna settle with that Super Bowl, and then we'll be back in the next 15 years.
Yeah,
you know.
But I don't know. And like, I'm not gonna switch sides. I'm not gonna be a bandwagon switch sides. But there's a reason why we got second favorite teams.
Come to the dark. Lions. Let's go. Come to the dark side, bro. Come to the flock, bro.
Hey,
you know.
Hey, you guys need to win games too. That game against the Steelers.
Let me not.
You saw that Matt Canada was mad when they scored a touchdown. He gotta go. He really gotta go.
Man, the Ravens. Oh my God, bro. We'll be all right. But how do you get Lamar help and then the help don't help? That don't make sense, bro. Did you watch? I don't know if you watched.
You saw what Joey Porter Jr. said to Odell?
Bro.
Go be a family man.
Go be a family. You got told that by a rookie, bro. That nobody even knows, bro. It like
go be a family man is crazy to say.
You get you get Lamar Jackson help, and then the help that you get don't even help.
It seems like every single time they sign someone big. Like, I remember when people were excited about Dez Bryant being on the Ravens.
I knew that was going to be
Yeah.
After a torn Achilles too, bro. Yeah, you just signing people. Just signing people. I mean, Odell. I'm not even talking about Odell, bro. I'm talking about Zay Flowers. I'm talking about Rashad Bateman. I'm talking about Nelson Aguilar. Why do we have them and they're not doing nothing?
I remember people were saying was so confident about Rashad Bateman being the top receiver.
I knew Rashad Bateman was not going to be the bro. He was coming out of what, Minnesota?
Minnesota.
When has Minnesota ever been good? I don't expect anybody coming from a team in the Big Ten, but if it's not Ohio State, Penn State, or Michigan, I don't care what they did in college, bro. I really do not. I don't. And they were saying that Rashad Bateman was supposed to be this, he was supposed to be that. I was not a Rashad Bateman fan. I wasn't a fan of Kyle Hamilton when he was at Notre Dame. I wasn't a fan of any other draft picks that we got besides Zay Flowers. And that was the most recent draft pick that we got. But the rest of them, I don't care for what they got going on because of what they did in college. But you got to look at the talent that they play. And when they do play talent, we look at what they do in the games, bro. Rashad Bateman did not do anything against those Big Ten teams when he played, bro. Mm-hmm. So I was not excited about Rashad Bateman. Yeah, he's fast. Yeah, he runs maybe like a 4.3, 4.4. I don't know. He's fast. He's quick. But is your speed going to translate to the game when you play against some real grown men in the NFL? Clearly not, because we lost to the Steelers, and it was 10-8 for half of the game. Like, it was 10-8. And they ended up winning 17-10, bro. How? How does that happen, for one? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. I feel for Lamar, bro. That's all I can say about the Ravens right now. Like, kind of over it. But
yeah, the only thing I wish, I just wish, I just had a time machine. You know why? I wish I had a time machine to go back to January 8th, 2012. See how it would be. I'll be like, what?
January 8th, 2012.
I'll be like 8 years old.
I turned 9 years old January 8th, 2012.
Yeah, I'll be 8 years old. I'll be talk to my 8-year-old self, First tell him to work out, lose some weight, Tell him, make sure you stay in shape, okay? Stay skinny, okay? And then I'll tell him, play football too. But besides all that, I'll tell him, don't be a Broncos fan. Don't do that to yourself. You know how much pain to be in the Broncos fan? I know they just went to the Super Bowl. I know you just went to the Super Bowl. You're so excited about the Broncos, but don't be they just went to the Super Bowl, but they look like they just had this big playoff game against the Steelers, so like 10-people game. But
you know what's crazy, bro? I became a Ravens fan when I played for a team called the Ravens when I was like maybe like 4 or 5 years old. That's when I became a Ravens fan. Did I know anything about the Ravens? No, I did not. But the year after 2012, what happened in 2013, Immanuel?
They won the Super Bowl.
And that's when I became a real a locked in Ravens fan for life, bro.
And the Mile High Miracle against the Denver Broncos. Like, I can't stand this team. Like, bro, if we could, I can talk 2 hours about the Broncos. Like, I'm just like, don't be a Broncos fan. Don't be an Oklahoma State fan. Don't be. Hey, you can say a Thunder fan. It's gonna be nice until after we trade away James Harden. He'd be like, oh, we traded James Harden? What? Hey, I'm playing white too. I remember I cried when we traded James Harden too.
Man.
It's just, I just choose the wrong teams. I don't know the right answers.
But I feel like every fan goes through this, unless you just, a bandwagon fan. But if you're a real sports fan and you have a real team that you've been supporting for a long time, everybody has been through that stage to where their team was just completely trash, like garbage. And
sometimes I wish I could just suit up for the team.
But some teams' years are way longer than others, and I feel like the teams that I've been waiting on, like, bro, why is it taking us so long? Mm-hmm. I feel like the other teams do not take this long, bro.
Mm-hmm. Like, I wish it was easy to be a Chiefs fan. It's so easy to be a Chiefs fan, a Warriors fan, all these things. It's so easy to be. But then you get make fun of for rooting for a team, especially if it's not the home state team. If you're not rooting for the home state team, you're gonna get made fun of regardless, especially when your team lose. So it's I don't know.
Let us know down in the comments, bro. What is y'all's favorite sports team, and how long have you been a fan of that sports team? And the next point to that statement is, how long did it take your team to win a championship, like a Super Bowl or NBA championship or like a NCAA championship? Like, how long did it take for that? Like, let us know in the comments, bro. And don't be no bandwagons either. Don't say the Golden State Warriors. Don't say the Chiefs. Don't say the Alabama Crimson Tide or the Georgia Bulldogs or Don't be one of those, bro. Be realistic here, bro.
But Oregon versus Washington, the big game. This is the game I think is going to set who's going to win the Pac-12. Either of these teams is going to beat USC, in my opinion.
You think so?
Yes.
I would disagree. I think Oregon is going to win this game simply because Washington has never been the team like that for me. In the Pac-12, I feel like Washington still got to play. Who do they still have to play?
They still got to play
Utah, Oregon State, Oregon, obviously, USC. they're not getting past all of those teams, bro. So I feel like Oregon's definitely going to win this game. And when Oregon sees USC in the Pac-12 championship, USC is going to make it to the college football playoffs.
I just don't trust their defense. Like, they almost lost to Arizona State.
But like I've been saying it for the past few weeks now, bro. One thing about Lincoln Riley, he gonna get those points back every single time. He gonna he gonna let you score, but he gonna go get them points back. He gonna go get them back.
Lincoln Riley can make Heisman's, but I don't know if he can win those big games, those championship games. Like,
definitely when he makes it to the playoffs, that's not gonna happen. But like you can make it out of your conference with that. You know what I'm saying? He did it with OU.
Well, he didn't last year. He lost to Utah last year.
But that was his first year there. I wouldn't even count that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was just because he was new.
And they almost lost to UCLA. UCLA almost beat USC last year. Like,
but Lincoln Riley gonna go get those points back every time. So, I feel like USC's definitely gonna make it out of the Pac-12. But if they make it to the college football playoffs, they're gonna get dismantled, bro. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. But I got Washington for this one. I like Washington's team.
Do you like their quarterback better than?
Yeah, I like Jordan Pickson Jr. more than Bo Nix, in my opinion. He brings more.
I mean, I think he's a better quarterback too, but I'm saying, like, to win the Heisman, do you think is he your pick?
See, if they keep on winning like this and beat USC,
which I don't think is going to happen.
Which I don't know, but like, it depends on this game. This game is really key for both quarterbacks. They're both in the Heisman race right now. It's crazy. I haven't seen no one talk about any running back or defensive player for the Heisman yet. So
all these quarterbacks are in the Heisman race, which is kind of crazy. But
yeah, but OSU versus Kansas. How do you think this game's going to go? Kansas last game, 3 players ran more than 90 rushing yards, and OSU struggled against the run. One player had 92, Jevin Neal had 154, and one player had like 120. That's crazy.
Yeah.
3 players combined for like 400 rushing yards. So,
I will say, if OSU play how they played last week, Kansas has no chance against us.
Okay.
I told John, I was in contact with Jonna when she was recording the, I don't know what she was. I don't think it was like some pregame or something like that. She's doing a score prediction. I said 31-24 Oklahoma State. It's going to be pretty close for the most part of the game, simply because, you know, look at the teams. These two teams. I mean, they don't, you know. But I feel like Oklahoma State going to pull it out, bro. And I don't think that running those 3 players with those over 90 rushing yards, I don't think that's happening again. I feel like Oklahoma State,
it's just
we can do it, bro. It's just if they let me down every time I say something good.
They just got tackled, dude. That's all
bro,
they
like
do.
They let me down every time I say something good, so I might regret saying this, bro. But I think that OSU is gonna pull this out against Kansas.
I just hope they don't ruin my Saturday. You know, I already had a tough week so far. Oh, I passed the LPE, but not besides that. But I had a tough week so far besides that. You know,
for sure.
But one last question. This is not sports related, but they were talking about this in the equipment room the other day. If you gotta rank the 3, 1 to 3, waffles, pancakes, or French toast, what are your rankings gonna be?
Waffles, pancakes, French toast.
See, I said waffles, French toast, pancakes. I rather had a good French toast than a pancake.
Bro, that's the thing. I don't think I've. Don't attack me for saying this, but I don't think I've had just great French toast to put it up there past a waffle, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
waffles number 1. Like, when you go to a hotel,
even though waffles and pancakes are the same thing, the texture of a waffle is perfect if it's cooked. If it's cooked good, bro. So that's my order. That's why I say.
Like, when you go to a hotel for breakfast, the complimentary breakfast at Hampton, you see waffles. You always go to the waffle maker. You don't want to go see there's pancakes or French toast. You want to see that waffle maker. Make yourself some waffle. Put some whipped cream, chocolate syrup.
Shout out my granny, man. My granny make the best waffles, bro.
Like, talking about this one's me.
She might as well just go own the Waffle House at this point. That's how good of waffle she make. But
talking about this makes me want to buy a waffle maker right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is all we have for the podcast. We just want to shout out your socials real quick.
Yes, sir. Follow me on Instagram at not j.jack on Instagram. Follow my Twitter at JJack_. Yeah, man.
Yeah, follow primetime.ca. Follow the podcast on every single platform: Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, like anything
any social media that you have, we on there, man. Follow it, interact with us, engage with us, drop some hot takes in the comment section, man.
Send some voice messages. We always like to hear y'all voices, you know.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all. We out.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.